Hello from Topeka. I'm Marley Carpenter, your KSCPA lobbyist. The House and Senate spent last week debating and passing over 100 bills. Thursday was technically the last day for non-exempt bills to be considered in either chamber, but most legislators were on their way home by Wednesday evening. This week, conference committees meet where negotiators from both House and Senate iron out the difference in any remaining bills. Conference committee bills can only be amended by the conference committee, and when they come to the floor, it is only for an up or down vote. First adjournment is scheduled for next Friday, April 5th, with veto session beginning April 29th. The House debated and amended their tax cut bill, Senate Bill 300, last week and unanimously passed it 123-0 and sent it over to the Senate for consideration. That afternoon, Senate President Ty Masterson declared the bill materially altered and sent it to the Tax Committee. This procedural motion can only be overturned with 2/3 majority vote. This motion signaled that a tax compromise will not be easy. The battle between the House and Senate is between a single rate and a dual rate for individual income taxes. The Senate passed their tax cut bill earlier this month with a supermajority that instituted a single rate of 5.7% for all taxpayers. The House plan proposed two new tax brackets, which the governor has stated is more supportive of over the single rate forwarded by the Senate. This House bill also has a smaller fiscal note costing $500 million less than the Senate bill. As of late last week, both sides have dug in their heels on their respective bills. Senate Bill 430 did pass last week, which is a compromise on workers' compensation reform bill. The House voted to pass the bill on a vote of 122-0. The bill increases benefit caps, which Kansas are some of the lowest in the country. The bill also extends the amount of time injured workers must report an injury. And most important to the business community, the bill retains guardrails put in place during the last two comprehensive reform debates in 2011 and 2013, including the preservation of the prevailing factor standard that requires the work incident to be the primary factor in the claimant's injury. Since the bill was not amended by the House, it now heads to the governor, who is expected to sign the bill. Also last week, House Bill 2570, the Unemployment Insurance Reform Bill, passed the Senate on a vote of 40-0. The bill provides rate reductions for 97% of all positively balanced employers and writes off 94% or $650 million of negatively balanced employers in debt. The bill was amended by the Senate Commerce Committee and will now be considered by a House and Senate Conference Committee. House Bill 2648 also passed the Senate last week on a vote of 27-13 and now heads to the governor's desk. The bill does give legislators more oversight over the promulgation of rules and regulations by the executive branch. Finally, the SALT clarification bill will be considered in House and Senate Conference Committee discussions when they meet this week. If you have any questions, please contact myself or Danielle at the KSCPA office. Thanks so much, and we'll talk to you next week.